Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Safivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyat Virada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishpaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namostute Vyasa Visala Buddhe Pullara Vindayata Patra Netra Yena Traya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha. Now, Bhagwan's grace, we came up to 35. And not 35, so 35. And Arjuna asked in Slokam 34, Chanchalam hi manaha Krishna pramati bhalavat dridham tasyaham nigraham manye vayoho iva sudushkaram. Very difficult to control, like it's more difficult than as difficult as controlling the wind, he says. Controlling the mind is very difficult. And because it's unsteady and it is irrepressible, and Bhagavan says, Asamsayam Mahabaho Mano Dur Nigraham Chalam Abhyasene tu Kaunteya Vairagyena cha Gruhyate. Through Abhyasam, through Vairagyam, through practicing, embracing the indweller. Continue doing the practice. Just practice embracing the indweller. Through that practice, the mind can definitely be brought under control. Sloka number 36. Sloka number 36. Bhagavan says, it's possible to control the mind with the practice of directing it to the indweller, okay? And that is 35. 36 is, it is my assertion that this is not possible for the one who has not mastered his senses and controlled his desires. But the one who, controlling his senses and desires, attempts to control his mind will definitely achieve it. So without controlling the senses, without withdrawing the senses, and without controlling the desires and start reducing one's desires, it is not possible to control the mind. And it's not possible to direct it to the indweller, to practice directing it to the indweller. That's what Bhagavan says. But if you have controlled your desires, at least reduce them, and control, exercising sense control, mastering the senses, and not follow wherever senses take you, but pull them back, control them, then it is definitely possible for you to turn your mind towards the indweller. That's the meaning of 36. Asamyatatmana yogo dushprapa iti me matihi. Vasyatmana tu yatata sakyaha avaptum upayataha. Asamyatatmana yogaha dushprapa iti me matihi vasyatmana tu yatata sakyo vaptum upayataha. Padangal words are asamyata atmana, asamyatatmana, asamyata atmana, yogaha dushprapa iti me matihi vasyatmana tu yatata sakyaha avaptum upayataha. The me matihi, my assertion, my opinion, my considered opinion, that's beautiful. Bhagavan says my opinion, and me matihi, very important to note that. Asamyata atmana, one who has not controlled himself. What does this atmana means in this case himself? But what does asamya mean? Without controlling. Samya too means control. But asamyata atmana, one who is not controlling himself. What does it mean? That means one who is not controlling his senses and desires, because we are all following our senses, and the senses in turn continue the desires, right? So asamyata atmana, one who has not controlled his senses and desires, yogaha, embracing the indweller, and following from the previous slokam, directing the mind to the indweller and practicing it, right? Wanting to embrace and then doing the action of embracing, the yogaha, dushprapaha, very difficult to attain, iti, thus, my matihi, my opinion, my assertion. But Vasyatmana, one who has controlled his desires and one who has controlled his senses, and with controlling senses and desires, yatata, one who keeps practicing, attempting, trying, taking efforts. For him, upayataha, through the upayataha means with the very fact that he is doing it, that itself is a support. Avaptum sakyaha, avaptum, to attain, sakyaha, possible. So for one who is controlling his senses and desires, and he attempts to control his mind, he will definitely achieve it. Asamyata atmana yogo dushprapa iti me matihi vasyatmana tu yatata sakyo vaptum upayataha. Arjuna uvacha. Arjuna says in slokam number 37, my dear Krishna, although he has faith, he doesn't make the necessary effort and slips from the discipline of embracing the indweller. Failing to attain the bliss of the indweller, where does he end up? What happens to him? Right? This is for probably most people like us, I think, that he's asking the question. Arjuna uvacha ayatihi sraddhaya upetaha sraddhayopeto yoga chalita manasaha aprapya yoga samsiddhim kam gatim Krishna gachati. Arjuna uvacha ayatihi sraddhayopeto yoga chalita manasaha aprapya yoga samsiddhim kam gatim Krishna gachati. Krishna Sraddhaya upeta, padangal. Ayatihi Sraddhaya upetaha yogat chalita manasaha aprapya yoga samsiddhim kam gatim Krishna gachati. Krishna Sraddhaya, with effort, with determination, with perseverance, upetaha, with coupled with that, combined with that, okay. Ayatihi, see, yatata, if you look at the previous lokam, yatata, one who takes effort, one who tries, one who attempts, right? Ayataha means without the effort, not doing the enough efforts, right? Ayataha, without effort, yogat, the practice of embracing the indweller, chalita manasaha, chalita manasaha, one who has slipped, one whose mind has slipped from it, from embracing the indweller, yoga samsiddhim aprapya, yoga samsiddhim, in the siddhi means fulfillment, okay, and samsiddhim is when it's a very beneficial fulfillment of oneness with Bhagavan. Yoga samsiddhim means the fulfillment of embracing the indweller, fulfillment of the practice of embracing the indweller, fulfillment of the desire. Whatever stage that one is in yoga, that fulfillment is yoga samsiddhim. So that yoga samsiddhim, fulfillment of that, of embracing the indweller, aprapya, not obtaining, because chalita manataha, because he has slipped. And why has he slipped? Because ayataha, because he did not put in the enough effort. He did not practice. Bhagavan says, abhyasetu. So you need to practice. If you don't practice, then you slip. In that case, for those people, Kam Gatim, what happens, what is the result? Gachati, they obtain, what happens to them is Arjuna Vovacha Ayati Sraddhayo Peto Yoga Chalita Manasaha Aprapya Yoga Samsiddhim Kam Gatim Krishna Gachati. Slokam number 38. O mighty shouldered Krishna, weak-willed, he is not firm in following the dictates of the indweller and thereby does not get established with the indweller. Does he then not lose both worlds and perish, just as the cloud gets scattered by the wind and perish? Kaschinno bhaya vibhrishtate chinnabhram iva nasyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmanapati. Kachinno bhaya vibhrishtate chinnabhram iva nasyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmanapati. The Padangal words are Kaschite na ubhaya vibhrishtate chinnabhram iva nasyati apratishtaha mahabaho vimudha brahmanaha pati. Mahabaho, very interesting. Bhagavan has been addressing Arjuna as Mahabaho. Now Arjuna is addressing the Lord as Mahabaho. Okay, Mahabaho. Brahmanaha pati. Pati means pathway. Our English word path, has come from this word pati. Pati means path, pathway. Brahmanaha pati, the pathway to Brahman. And so Brahmanaha pati, in that pathway, Vimudaha. Vimudaha means one who is not, one whose mind is not with it, one who is dull in that pathway. Okay. Apratishtaha. Pratishtha. We say Bhagavan Pratishtha panna porom, like that we say. Apratishta. Pratishtha means established. Apratishta means not established. Okay. Not established, not firm. Without being established in the pathway leading to the Brahman, Ubhaya Vrishtaha, Ubhaya Vibhrashtaha. Ubhaya means two. We always saw that right from the beginning, right? Ubhaya means two. Vibhrashtaha, slipping, falling from. That is what Vibhrashtaha means, okay? And so one who has not making the efforts and not following the pathway toward Brahman, what happens to him? Does he fall down? Does he actually lose both worlds? Ubhaya Vibhrashtaha. In this case, Ubhaya is two, but does he lose both worlds? Chinnabhram iva. Chinnabhram iva. Iva means like. Chinnabhram means a cloud that gets scattered by the wind. What happens to the cloud? It's not there. It's gone. Right? Nothing is there. Like that, does this person na nasyati kaschit, will he not get destroyed? Is what he is asking. Now, what are the two worlds that Bhagavan is talking about here, Arjuna is talking about? Ubhaya Vibhrashtaha. It is the world in the present body, all the things that we are enjoying and not enjoying, and the world that is post this body. Both worlds does he lose because he has not taken the pathway to the Brahman and he falls short of it. That's a question. Okay. Kaschinno bhaya vibhrashtate chinnabhram iva nasyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmanapati. He is continuing. Slokam number 39. Krishna, you are the most qualified to fully remove this doubt of mine. There is no one other than you who can remove this doubt. Is there? He is asking. Etan me samsayam Krishna chetum arhasya seshataha twadanyah samsayasyasya chetha na hi upapadyate. Etan me samsayam Krishna chetum arhasya seshatah twadanyah samsayasyasya chetha na hyupapadyate. Padangal words are etat me samsayam Krishna chetum arhasi aseshatah twadanyah. Twadanyah is beautiful. We can read it as twadanyah or tvat anyah. Okay, we'll cover both. Okay, samsayasya asya chetha na hi upapadyate. Krishna, may my etat this samsayam doubt aseshatah without leaving any residue, completely, fully, totally, chetum to remove it, to destroy it, to eliminate it. Arhasi, you are the one most deserved, most competent. Okay, you are. Tvadanyaha, tvat anyaha, I have no one other than you. Okay, tvadanyaha, I am your dasan, I am your servant. Okay, we say dhanyananen, is one of the things we use in Tamil. That means I'm your servant, I'm your dasan. So like you can take it that way also. Or tvatanyaha, I have no one other than you. Anyatha sharanam nasti. So that thing. No one other than you. Okay. Asya samsayasya. This doubt, cheta, to eliminate, to kill. Okay. Na upapadyatehi. There is upapadyate means to obtain something that is like obtaining a blessing, something that's difficult to get, right? Upapadyate, na upapadyate, not obtained. He means certainly with an exclamation mark. Okay. Etan me samsayam Krishna chetum harhasya seshatah twadanyah samsayasyasya chetha na hyupapadyate. Sri Bhagavan uvacha. Slokam number 40. Bhagavan says, my dear Partha, listen. The person who does all his actions for the welfare of others does not perish in this life or in the afterlife. My dear child, he never ever will get any difficulties. What an assurance from the Lord. What an assurance from the Lord. Okay, listen carefully. Sri Bhagavan uvacha, Partha, naiveha namutra vinasas tasya vidyate nahi kalyana kriti kaschit durkatim tata gacchati. Sri Bhagavan uvacha, Partha, naiveha namutra vinasas tasya vidyate nahi kalyana kriti kaschit durkatim tata gacchati. Words, padangal are, Sri Bhagavan said, Bhagavan uvacha, Partha, na eva iha na amutra vinasaha tasya vidyate na hi kalyana kriti kaschit durkatim tata gacchati. Partha, tasya, for him, vinasaha, destruction, end, iha, in this world, in this birth, naiva vidyate, na eva vidyate, definitely not, not only na vidyate, na eva vidyate, definitely not. Amutra, in the next, in the other world also, na eva vidyate, definitely not. There is no vinasam for him. Tata, my dear child, he certainly, kalyana kriti, very important, kalyana kriti, one Kalyana means benefit, welfare of everybody, everything. Kalyana Krita is a person who does his care on well-being for not only everybody else, but everything else in the universe, right? For him, one who does benefit. Kaschit, whoever it may be, durgatim, difficulties, na gachati, he will never attain durgatim. There's no difficulties for him, okay? Kalyana Krita, very important. Sri Bhagavan uvacha partha naivehana mutra vinasastasya vidyate nahi kalyana krita kaschit durgatim tata gachati. Slokam number 41. Bhagavan continues. He says the person who practices embracing the indweller but slips and discontinues it, attains the heaven upon leaving the body, lives there for many years, and then takes birth again in the home of the pure-hearted and the wealthy. Prapya punyakritam lokan ushitva sasvatihi samaha suchinam srimatam gehe yoga brashtaha abhijayate. Prapya punyakritam lokan ushitva sasvatihi samaha suchinam srimatam gehe yoga brashtaha abhijayate. Padangal words are prapya punyakritam lokan ushitva sasvatihi samaha suchinam srimatam gehe yoga brashtaha abhijayate. Yoga brashtaha, one who has slipped from yoga. Okay, but what does this mean? The final stage, culmination of becoming one with the Lord, there is no slippage. Bhagavan himself has assured. Earlier we saw that. Here, the person in the process of attaining that. That means one who is practicing, embracing the indweller, practicing, turning and directing the mind to the indweller. Okay, that person, yoga brashtaha, one who has slipped from it, brashtaha as we saw earlier, one who has slipped from it, punyakritam, the people who have done meritorious deeds, all punyams, punyakritam lokan, the world, the place where those people live, that place, that lokan, prapya, they reach it, they attain it. After attaining it, sasvatihi samaha, many years, ushitva, they stay there, they live there. After that, suchinam, pure-hearted people. Suchina, not only physical purity, but mental purity. Suchinam, the pure-hearted, and srimatam, wealthy. Wealthy means not only monetarily wealthy, but there are infinite amount types of wealth are there. Right? Srimatam, the wealthy and pure-hearted, gehe, in their household, in their house, in their homes, abhijayate, they are born again. Abhi means again, jayate, to take birth. Prapya punyakritam lokan ushitva sasvatihi samaha suchinam srimatam gehe yoga brashto bhijayate. Then Bhagavan continues, or he takes birth in the home of the spiritually disciplined and the wise. Such births are difficult to get indeed, Bhagavan says. 42. Athava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam yetadhi durlabhataram loke janma yadidrisam. Athava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam yetadhi durlabhataram loke janma yadidrisam. Padangal words are Athava Yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam. Etad hi durlabha taram lokaha janma yat idrisam. Yat idrisam. Athava, or. Okay, or. That's the other option. Athava, or. Dhimatam, one who are very wise. Dhimatam, one who are very, not the question of brilliant like IQ brilliance. It's whose buddhi is very strong. Like we all, as in Hanuman Chalisa, as Tulsidas says, buddhihinam, right? Our buddhi is weak because it's not been put to use. And just like muscles not being put to use becomes weak, buddhi has not been put to use. But Dhimata means who utilize their buddhi and who are very strong in their buddhi. And buddhi is nothing but discriminating ability. That means that they are very strong, so they direct their mind towards the indweller. The wise people, Dhimatam. Dhimatam, Yoginam, Eva, Yoginam, people who are inclined and impelled and habituated to think of God, to talk about God, to live in God, to desire to be with God. That people, the Yoginam, Dhimatam, Eva, Kule Bhavati. In their household, in their homes, he takes birth. Or he takes birth there. Yeah. Then, Idrisam, like this. In this case, births like this. That's what it means. Idrisam, Yat Janma Yetat. Like this, to get one birth like this, he certainly, loke, in this world, durlabha taram, very difficult to attain. Athava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam etadhi durlabhataram loke janma yadidhrasam. I think we can conclude here for today. We're done 42. Go up to 47 with Swami's grace. We'll complete it tomorrow. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.